Spencer Lewis here for the APC United Late Model Series post-race at a wild Sifton 100, and I feel as though even with that emphasis, I'm not doing it justice. I'm here with our ninth place finisher, Primetime Josh Stade. And Josh, you were right in the middle of all the craziness all night long, and somehow escaped with minimal cosmetic damage. I mean, was this like your touched by an angel moment somehow? You sort of skated out of here with the best case scenario on this 17 car?
I guess so. I wish they didn't start counting the yellows, because our car was coming even stronger. I think we would have jumped. We ended up finishing 9th. We got tangled up. It was a race to do. We got tangled up in turn 3 there, and nowhere to go. It was hard on the brakes, and we got into the back of someone. So, but my team, wow, they didn't give up. I thought we were done, and they just kept at it, and we salvaged a 9th place finish out of this one. So, yeah, it's first time here, top 10. You got to take it and go from there.
I mean, speaking to a lot of the Delaware guys coming into this event, the general response was, yeah, well, you know, Delaware's not an easy place to figure out. That's just all the Delaware regulars were sort of giving me that feedback. Your first time here, I mean, were they telling the truth? I mean, is this really that hard of a track to get a hold of?
Yes and no. The corners are they're not consistent. They're two different corners, so you got to drive them 2 different ways. But the best thing that happened for our team was in the first practice, Jamie Cox got around us, and I followed him around, and we picked up a pile of time. Yeah, we qualified well. We qualified 7th, and I never expected that to come out of here. But yeah, just same thing, looking at the guys that run here. I mean, I didn't know I came here Monday, I was testing, times were awful. I didn't know what line to run. And first practice session, Jamie gets around me, and I just follow him around, and all of a sudden there goes a couple tenths, and I don't know. I don't think it's hard to figure out, but this car did race here before, and the car was fast. In the first part of the race, we were hanging there in the top 10, no problem, and it started to free up a little bit. And then after we got involved in that wreck, we took the hood off, and it tightened the car right up, and we were coming. My team, they didn't give up, they didn't stop.
This is now back-to-back top 10 finishes, and when you look at who finished in front of you tonight, not a lot of tour regulars. I'm thinking in terms of points, that's a really, really good points night for the 17 team, and you're one of the lone teams, one of the lone cars now that doesn't need, 12 hours in the shop to get ready for Flamboro. All of a sudden, the momentum, the advantage is kind of swinging in your favor. You got to feel pretty good heading into Wednesday.
I feel pretty good about Wednesday, but we're not looking yeah, we'd love to win a championship, but we're taking it one night at a time. We're out here. Let's worry about Delaware now. When we get to Flamboro, we'll worry about that. It's another thing. So, yeah, it'd be great to be in the points for the running. I think tonight was definitely a good points night for us. But just like tonight, shit can go wrong. So I don't know. Team's staying positive, and we got our head on our shoulders.
I mean, when you look at your season as a whole so far, there's a reason to celebrate. I mean, your first ever win at Sunset against the best limited late model field in the province, bar none. Yeah. You win at Sauble. You're in as good of a championship position as you've ever been in that Sauble division. You come out on the tour, 2 tracks in Flamboro and Delaware that you've never been to, rattle off top 10s. I mean, you must really feel as though your whole program is really starting to get its legs out underneath it, and things are really going your way.
Things are going my way. I'm just kind of dreading the day that they're not going to go my way. I'm waiting.
Well, you paid your dues, though. We've had years where it hasn't gone your way. We're not going back there. We're through that.
I hope not. But a lot of it's my crew. I mean, the guys they're young fellas, and we got a couple of old guys that have been around it for years. And the racing's just an excuse to sit around the fire and have a steak. And I mean, my guys love coming down a couple days camping, and we got a great group. I mean, we work good with each other, and we're figuring this out. We have Brian Mack as a resource, but he's not always there. Like last Saturday night, he wasn't there, and Tim and I ran 1st and 3rd. I mean, we're capable of getting it done. We're capable of going against the best there is, and competing for top 10, top 5s, and wins. And we just got to keep going on.
None of this happens without the marketing partners that get these cars to the racetrack. You've been blessed to have a lot of really, really good partners. Thank the folks that make all this a reality for you.
Like I said, my crew, I gotta thank them firsthand. I mean, they did all the work tonight. I just drove the car. I never expected to get a top 10 out of it, but we managed, and it's all because of their hard work. So with that being said, I gotta thank my parents. They give me unreal opportunities to be able to come out and do this, and we fix her up and go do her again the next night, so I gotta thank them, and Brian McDonald for the shocks and the suspension setup. He does a phenomenal job. my sponsors on the Pro Late, I gotta thank Tire Master, Ken's Truck Painting, Flow Enterprises, MEI Paving, APC Auto Parts, and Spencer Lewis Promotions.
Where can we follow you on social media, my man?
Primetime Stade on Twitter and my Facebook page, Stade Motorsports. I do have to give a shout out to my girlfriend. I mean, behind every good racer is a girl supporting you. I mean, she traveled 3 hours a day after work to be here, and I've seen her 10 minutes. So yeah, I gotta thank her. She's
hardcore.
Oh, she's
pretty awesome.
Yeah, she is. She's a good girl.
There you go. Hey, folks, if you're not a fan of Josh Stade, it's not too late. You can jump on the bandwagon now. This dude's having a breakout season. If you're not a fan of the 17 car yet, go on Twitter, follow him on Twitter, go on the Facebook page, buy a sweater. Look at the turnaround. Is this the one with the picture on the back?
No,
it's not. Never mind.
Well, there you go. I got hats coming.
That's pretty cool. Hats are coming. Go see Josh Stade at the racetrack.
And Wednesday, we're
going to do
Flamboro. Our episode of
Flatbed Racing. It's coming back. Go home.
Yeah,
have a good night, buddy. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yep.
Josh Stade, 9th place finish here.